We're in the beautiful Marquesas Islands.
We're leaving the island of Ua-Pou, bound for the Tuamotus. It's about 5 p.m. So we're starting off with a night sail and it should get there by Friday morning. So 4 days. Beautiful sunset tonight, or it should be, and it's perfect conditions. Not much swell out there. Little breeze blowing, so we're not in any hurry. We want to take it nice and slow and enjoy our passage, so it should be a good sail. Beautiful peaks in the background there.
We've got absolutely no wind at the moment, so we've got the port engine on. Just going to motor away from the island a little bit and hopefully we'll pick up some wind. At the same time we can enjoy this incredible sunset. It's looking absolutely beautiful.
Going along nicely. We have full moon with us tonight, which is fantastic. Not so sure if you can see it glowing away there, but it's lighting up the ocean for us and letting us see where we're going.
We're on our way to the Tuamotus. We left Ua-Pou Island just less than 24 hours ago, 23 hours ago, and we've already done 161 nautical miles. And we're having really fantastic sailing conditions at the moment. And this is what I pictured the Pacific crossing to be like. You know, everybody talks about it being so great and it's fantastic sailing. Well, we've had 24 hours of really beautiful sailing. I mean, it's calmed down a little bit now. We had more white horses earlier, but yeah, it's fantastic. The swell has calmed down a lot as well, and we've got enough wind to keep the mainsail nice and full, so we've got about 15 knots, and at the moment we're doing about anywhere between 6.5 and 7 knots of boat speed, so we're having a great sail, and looking forwards to actually arriving in the Tuamotus. I mean, it looks like an amazing place. So we can't wait to get there. Today we've just been playing a couple of board games. We even played Noughts and Crosses for a change. And Nathan is busy making some dinner with Claire. And then the sun will go down in a couple hours time, so we'll start our night watches. And probably a couple more days before we get there. But yeah, good sailing conditions at the moment. (24th of August). We had quite a good sail last night. We did end up putting a reef in at about 7 o'clock at night, just after Claire had gone to bed. I had to get it back up again. And we put one reef in the mainsail and we've kept that in today. It's now nearly 11 o'clock in the morning here. And we've got a pretty consistent wind, gusting up to about 21, 22 knots, but mostly around 18, 19 knots. And we're doing a good boat speed, 6 knots. We've got a lot of current now that used to be with us, giving us an extra knot of speed, actually now going against us by half a knot.
Yeah. Your shirt's there, Nathan, if you want one.
Sun's setting at 6 o'clock, and as we've had every night, there's a cloud bank that seems to come through and form, So we're going to get a bit more wind out of that just now. At the moment we're anywhere between 15 to 17 knots, and I suspect 22, 23 when we go through those clouds. Beautiful sunrise. Claire and the boys are still asleep. These are the special moments that you have when you're on watch alone. So our last night at sea before we arrive in the Tuamotus, we're going to be sailing between a couple of atolls in about 4 hours time. It'd be nice to have some light for that. We should have some moonlight, but it's actually turned into quite a cloudy night, so we may not actually get enough light, or the light that we want. I think it'll be a pretty safe passage through those atolls. So we've got 15 miles to go before we pass between the two atolls. And I just wanted to show you the sunset that's happening on our starboard side. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. I mean, I hope it comes out in the GoPro, but with the dark clouds and the sun shining through them, it's absolutely beautiful. So one more night at sea, and then we'll be in the Tuamotu Islands, and we're looking forward to going through first thing in the morning. We should be passing into the atoll at about 7:30 in the morning, so we're going to have to slow down a little bit. In the early hours of tomorrow morning. We don't want to slow down just yet, we want to get a little bit closer. Then we'll slow down and we'll wait for the tide to slacken in the pass, and then we'll motor in through that and drop anchor, and we'll spend the weekend there. And then after that we'll go into Whakarava. So Monday, Tuesday next week we'll go into Whakarava, and we'll go in through the South Pass there probably, and then we'll navigate our way up to the North Pass over a few days. So looking forward to being in Whakarava as well, but they do have a weekend lockdown at the moment, hence the reason why we're not going in there now, being Thursday morning, tomorrow morning. We want to enjoy the weekend ashore and not have to be stuck on the boat. And then after that we'll go into Whakarava, and yes, we'll have to deal with weekend lockdowns, but we've got other things we can do on the weekends. Maybe we get some school done, a bit of boat maintenance, make some videos, well overdue videos. Just don't know how we're going to upload them yet though. And yeah, and then enjoy our time ashore during the week. 10 to 7 on the 26th of August. We've just arrived outside the atoll, and we're just waiting to go in. Well, not waiting to go in, we've got a little while still to go, about another 4 miles, and then we'll enter the pass. Why not in Bright Star, already in there. And we've had a fantastic sail from Nukuhiva. It's been brilliant, pretty much I would say 17 knots of wind all the way. And we've managed to sail the whole way here, apart from this last little bit. I've put the engines on just to make sure we get through the pass in time. So we'll go outside, you can have a quick look.
I was wondering all the sharks and stuff as well. Have you done the VHS? Someone
So the sun is up, but we need it to come out from behind those clouds and go a little bit higher, and then we'll be ready to go into the atoll. We'll be able to see the bommies. We've just spotted a whale on our port side, half a mile away from the atoll. He's powering along in the opposite direction to us. Oh, he's gone down, has he? Maybe he's going to do a nice leap out of the water for us.
Vomit into my hand.
I know, as I turn this off, he's going to leap out of the water, tail walk for 100 meters, do something spectacular. Anyway, I'm turning it off. Say when.
3.
Dylan and Nathan furl the Genoa. So now we are entering the atoll. We've got current and waves coming in here. Quite exciting. I certainly feel my heartbeat racing. Got to keep an eye on the depth. We're looking at for atolls, not for atolls, for coral bommies, but I best pay attention and get back on the hill. Okay, we've just made it through our first pass. That was exciting because it seemed to pick up current wise. We were doing 2.8 knots with 2000 RPM on the engines. We'd normally be doing about 6.5, 7 knots at that point, so a lot of current coming out of here. You can see the sea state's a bit choppier behind us, but the waves would help push us in a little bit, so it's worked out alright. But we do want to get out of this channel and get into safe water. This atoll is vast. You can see some motus in the distance which almost seem like they're on the horizon, very far away. Water's 16 meters deep, or in fact here it's 19, and I can see the bottom. So the anchor's safely down, beautiful clear water. It's 11 meters deep, 12 meters deep, we can see the bottom, but Claire's still going to go and snorkel on the anchor and have a look at how that's set. It's the first time we floated our chain, so we've got a fender out here in front of us that you can still see, and then 2 more after that that are actually submerged below the water surface. But hopefully that's going to just keep the chain off the bottom. So Claire's going to go and check on that and report back to us. But it certainly looks amazing here.
Okay, Mum, I'll get your clothes ready for when you come back with your towel.
By floating your chain, you reduce the risk of damaging the coral.
After checking the anchor, we hop in the dinghy and head for the pass to snorkel. We've heard from the compendium that the snorkeling here is awesome, and it didn't disappoint.
Somewhere on the outer reef, in the bigger seas, and we're doing a good snorkel, doing a drift snorkel through this channel.
Easier. We're somewhere in the world.
Yeah. And a lot of people in the water. We've had some whales by us. Haven't seen them myself. Guys are spearfishing.